Good morning, good morning, good morning. I wanted to get on right before this news in 15 seconds. All right, let's see what this better do to the market because I'm curious. Um, I didn't take this joint; it was something I was looking at. But let's see what it does. It's 8:30 now. Mm-hmm. Oh, so it was better than expected. So that means it was good for the dollar, which makes sense that this would go down even further. So I could probably see the dollar either retrace. Matter of fact, here's what we can do. Before I even get into anything, because I love my Fibonacci. I love my Fibonacci. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, so it can either bounce off this 382 at 104 flat, or it could possibly come up to the 618 around 104, 150. But I'm gonna go ahead and just box this. All right, and I'm gonna take that seller's candle. Boom, just like that. All right. So as far as the dollar is concerned, I mean, these are places that it could come back to. Um, that 104 300 area is very popular. Just something I've noticed watching this over the past few days and even late last week. I'm just gonna set this up real quick, and after that, I really want to go after. I want to go over this trade that I took last night, which was actually pretty incredible. So check this out. So I took this a little after, I want to say 3 a.m. I seen the W forming. I did have a setup. Um, I entered a little early around what to like 7:30 something, but price retraced a little bit lower. It got me out, but I was like, you know what? That's how I noticed another opportunity on here. So what I did was I waited, redrew my counter trend line. I mean, you can extend this zone because price pretty much hung around this zone this entire time. I see the W forming. Once I got the break of that counter trend line, I was like, oh yeah, we on. All right, took it back up to equal highs. That's where I took my partials and made it risk free. And then after that, I just let it ride. Um, I I didn't expect for it to do all this before I ended up waking up this morning, and it's a good thing I woke up when I did because I actually exited. It didn't actually hit the TP, even though it was close. How many? Let's see. Yeah, we missed TP by like what, one pip. Yeah, so that's dangerous. But anyway, um, I got it at 67.10. Uh, put the props in the bag, and I just left it at that. Um, so yeah, better remove all this. But I start fresh. I'm really only looking at AUD USD this week, and my little experiment is actually it's actually doing me justice. Like I can already tell. Just focusing on one or just a few pairs. One of my mentors mentioned, less is more in this trading game. So you don't need to catch. everything. You just need a couple pairs that you really that you can take advantage of. Just a few pairs you can watch. You're not going to be able to catch every single move, right? It's like hundreds of thousands of different things going on every single day. So it's like you're not going to catch them all. But you can narrow it down, right? And put the odds in your favor. And AU just happens to be one of those pairs that I've noticed I've had, the most success with in the past. So this is definitely one in my duffel. All right, as you can see, matter of fact, I kind of went kind of fast. But I'm looking at this market and I'm asking myself, are we in an uptrend or a downtrend, right? I noticed that price is continually making, well, we had a low right here, right? Then we had a high, we had a higher low, and we had a high, and it's still going. So, yep, we're in an uptrend. I connected it at least 2 green wicks just to confirm it, right? Then for our support and resistance, I wanted to box the buyer's candle. So in a uptrend, I'm looking for resistance, right, to eventually turn into support. So I'm looking for something like this. I want price to come into my zone, and I'm gonna mark it up just so we know what we're looking at. And I like to go off of whole numbers. Just makes everything so much cleaner. All right, so that's my zone, and you can always validate it by drawing Fibonacci. Let me see. Yeah, so it lines up with 61.8. You can kind of draw it in different places. Just to pretty much confirm it. Let's see. Yeah, so it lines up with 382. I feel good about that. 66700, or matter of fact, I like 650. Yeah, we're gonna stay with that. All right. Now, because I know it's in an uptrend, I'm only looking for buys. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The counter trend line is used to track the retracement. Okay, so anything that's going against the primary direction of the trend, right? Which if I know it's going up and prices coming down, that's what's known as a retracement, right? That's secondary movement. When we refer to the market as an ocean, you have the tide and then you have the waves. So what we want to do is we want to go with the tide. This is just the wave, right? These like the little ripples. You know what I'm saying? We want to swim with the tide. We don't want to swim against the tide because trading is already complicated as it is. So why go against the tide? You feel me? All right. But like I was saying, this is used to track that retracement, and what we're waiting on is a break of this counter trend line before running to our impulse scanner and confirming the move. Now, I can go back to what I experienced this morning, right? You can kind of see this W formation. That's the fourth step of the trend trap strategy. And I'll just draw it right here so you can see. But if you zoom up, yeah, I don't know how to zoom in. I ain't gonna lie. I'll figure it out. But anyway, if you can see this W formation right here, right? Or even if you zoom in even a little bit closer, boom, boom. I've seen this joint so many times. Um, pretty much we got the break. I'll even annotate it here. I like to make it cool. Bang. All right. So that's what we got that break. That was at 3:40 a.m. Let's look at 3:40 a.m. and see what was going on. 340. I hope this is New York time. It's not. It wasn't. Okay. 345. Okay, so that's when price really started coming above this color changing EMA right here. All right. So, this scanner only like tracks, I want to say like the past, I'm not sure how many arrows. Might be like 100 or 200 or something like that. So the arrows aren't showing up back here, but bear with me. All right, so it would have been something like a blue arrow over here, kind of like how we see over here, and that would have been, our first entry, looking to jump in. And we had a little bit of retracement coming into 4 a.m. But look how smooth this giant went. It just steadily kept going up, and like I said, truthfully, I didn't think it hit 67. I didn't think it hit 67 um, until I woke up. And I know this whole time, honestly, I was looking at the wrong pair. I was looking at Euro. But this one's even even better. But I mean, they pretty much move similar, right? That's why I kind of confused myself. But I like the AUD better. I like it a lot better for my own reasons. But even still, didn't come back below this blue EMA, and it just kept on swimming, right? All the way up until pretty much came down like recently. I want to say what, like 20 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. Yeah. So this right here, this was free game, right? This was free game. Let's see. Take my long position tool. After you see that arrow, really you're just putting you're putting your stop below the most recent low, right? And you're aiming for at least a 3 to 1, right? So that right there, honestly, would have been ideal. I mean, shoot, this would have been it. You know, I was actually able to capture all of this, so I actually feel really really good about that. Um, this is how you get a good lot size. You know what I'm saying? Like before you hop in, it's like okay, I'm risking 3 pips to make 9 pips. I'm risking 30 to make 90. Right. So that's how you get a good lot size. So you're able to make, meaningful gains, but at the same time, you want the math to line up. So it's like you going for 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5. Stick to that. I like 1 to 3 because anything can happen. I like to get in fast, get out fast. Right. But we got that W, got the break of the trend line, and like I said, all that was free game. So I'm trying to see if we can get another play off the same level. And let me draw a small little intermediate, a good draw, maybe like an intermediate zone. In case it doesn't want to retrace that far. You know. There we go. All right, so these are my two zones on AUD, um, and I'm not looking at anything else. All right, this joint's been doing me justice. I just wanted to fit this green candle right here. So like, if I'm looking at an uptrend, right, I want to see when the buyers hop in the market. Because like as a trend trapper, it's like you quietly waiting for that reaction. I could draw the zones out, but until I get that reaction off the zone, I'm sitting like this. Mm-hmm. That's the hardest thing, but It's a lot easier when you know what you're waiting for. I promise you that. Dollars coming back up in that 104,000 range. Let's see. However, let's see what it how it reacts here. Or it might just blow past this. But if all else fails, I know this joint is 30. All right, this joint is 30. Um, it like the news was good for the dollar, so I guess it should have been going up. It's still gonna keep going up until I guess it stops. AU still retracing. And that's pretty much it. While I'm here, 8:45 in the morning. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I wouldn't even touch this. AUD 62%. I'd probably touch Euro because 77, but even still, um, I really only trying to trade the AU this week, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. But yeah, I mean that setup was textbook. Honestly, it was textbook. I know we could do it again too. We could do it again and again and again. This is like one of the most um, adaptable, versatile strategies. You know what I'm saying? That's besides the fact you can pretty much do everything on TradingView. The most the final confirmation, which is very important because you don't want to hop in something that's unconfirmed, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you wanna make sure everything lines up, and before I hop in, I want to make sure that all my rules are followed. Otherwise, you're gonna be acting off how you feel or a hunch. You know what I'm saying? And that's not it. So while I'm here, I'm gonna do this for you guys again. I'm gonna annotate everything. Mm. Oh, I just had another idea too. Um, I actually want to show my MT4, my MT4 screen and like how it looked like when I took the trade. Because I know a lot of times like people can tell you like, okay, do this, do that. But it's like, yo, how Mari, how'd you set it up? How'd you set up on your phone? How do you maximize the gains, but at the same time you minimizing your risk? Because I've been trading for a couple of years now, and I can tell you that the gains are gonna come, but you just gotta be able to protect yourself in the long run, which is why I am all about minimizing risk and maximizing gains. Whoa, what are you talking about, yo? Sign me up. I got you. All right, those are the trend trap rules. All right, I'm gonna mark them up all for you. All right, we established market direction, which was up, which means in all caps, buys only. And don't get me wrong, some counter trend setups look smackish, but that's the thing. It's not my setup. It's not my setup. It's somebody's setup in Japan somewhere or Germany, you know, or dude could be right down the street. It do not matter. It's not my setup. All right. That's now a rectangle, support and resistance. Three, counter trend line. CTL for short. Now, I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna draw this a path. I'm make this a path for y'all so y'all can see it. I've seen this joint so many times. It's like the more you train your eye. it becomes more and more apparent. For and in the case that we're, or actually we are, because we're looking at an uptrend, we're looking for W's, or in a sense, a kind of like double bottom. You see this double bottom right here? The price pretty much, the body of these candles pretty much never broke. You know, disregarding the wicks, like the bodies, like they line up like perfectly. I think that's really pretty cool. So yeah, double bottom. Number four was the W. And then, of course, number five is our handy dandy impulse arrow. All right. Now, here's what I'm going to do before I hop off. I'm going to get this screenshot of what exactly my MT4 looked like. All right, this might look a little confusing at first, but bear with me, bear with me. Sending it to my special channel, the Mari Plays channel. Okay, boom. Here we go. All right. Okay, so what I did was, all right, I see my entry around 700. All right, and I took half of my position, and I pretty much put it a pop entry from my original entry to my stop loss. Okay, so I had what's called a pop entry, which is this aqua blue line right here, and saying, okay, bet if price wants to retrace, a little bit further from where I entered at, I'm saying, you pretty much collecting, all them little pips that when it retraces. So it's like you picking it up, if that makes sense, and then you ride a TP. Or you might have a rare case where you would jump in and your trade just goes immediately into profit, but that almost never. It depends on your timing. Honestly, it depends if you cold for real. I'm just gonna be honest. But other than that, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna get that retracement, which is why me setting up these pop entries are super helpful. Um, it minimizes the risk because technically this pop entry, right, it's not the full risk like this joint right here, right? And I already divided that by two, so I could risk 1% on this trade, half a percent, and not even be risking the entire percent. You know what I'm saying? So in case it does get hit, you still have time to play. You still have room to play with depending on how your risk rules are set up. But that's pretty much it. AU still retracing, so if anything, I mean, we're setting up for a pretty good opportunity this morning. Um, I'm gonna sit on my hands. My mentor doesn't get on until 11 o'clock, so we're gonna see what this thing does. But I was actually happy to get on with you guys today. This is what I do, bringing it to the masses. I just want to be the source um, of everything correct. I just want to make this thing as easy as possible. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna hop off now. Happy what's today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.